So what do? You're going to use a strategy that has helped me beat every single fear and turned me into somebody that is terrific when it comes to a high-stress situation. You're going to use my 5-second rule in combination with what I call an anchor thought, and that is going to reframe what your mind is doing so that your mind goes from feeling agitation and making you afraid to reframing it from agitation to excitement. It works like magic. I've heard a lot of experts say that fear isn't real. That is such a bunch of baloney. Fear is so real. In fact, there are probably things that you're afraid of doing right now in your life, in your relationships, at work. And the fact that you're afraid, that's robbing you of all of the experiences that you want to have in your life. I mean, if you're afraid to fly, that's going to limit your ability to travel and see the world or go visit friends. If you're afraid of public speaking, that's going to really limit your ability to express yourself and share your ideas. If you're afraid of talking to your boss or asking for a raise, that directly impacts how much money you make. I mean, fear is something that stops, and that's why I'm here to talk to you, because it doesn't have to. Fear is real, but I am going to share a secret weapon that I have used for years to beat every single fear that used to stop me. Now, first, before we get into this secret weapon, I just want to cover a few facts about fear. So first thing, fear and excitement are the exact same physical state. Your heart races. You might sweat a little bit. You might feel tightening in your chest. You might feel a pit in your stomach. It's basically the way that your body goes into a hyper-aware state because it's readying for action. The only difference between fear and excitement is what your brain is doing as your body is all agitated. If you're excited, your brain's going, oh wow, this is going to be so cool to ride this roller coaster. If you're afraid, your brain's going, no way, there's no way I'm doing that. This is dangerous. Get out of there. Don't do that. It's saying something different. Second thing I want you to understand is that you may have heard the advice, feel the fear and do it anyway. You may have heard the advice, just try to calm down. Think positive thoughts. It doesn't work, does it? It doesn't work. It's like trying to stop a train by throwing a boulder on the tracks. It's going to make the train jump off the tracks. It's going to cause a disaster. In fact, they've proven in research that when you try to ignore your fears, it actually makes them worse. And they've also proven in research that positive thinking alone also can make your fears worse. So what do? You're going to use a strategy that has helped me beat every single fear and turned me into somebody that is terrific when it comes to a high-stress situation. You're going to use my 5-second rule in combination with what I call an anchor thought, and that is going to reframe what your mind is doing so that your mind goes from feeling agitation and making you afraid to reframing it from agitation to excitement. It works like magic. Check this out. All right, I'm about to go on stage. There are 7,000 people out there, and it's so exciting. Excitement and fear is the exact same thing in your body. It's just what your brain calls it. Here's a trick that's proven by science that I use every time I speak. When I start to sweat, when I start to have butterflies, when I start to have my heart race, I say, I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to talk to these people. I'm excited to share the 5-second rule. And what that does is it sends a message to my brain that tells my brain why my body's all agitated and excited. And that way, I don't feel afraid. If you've got to do something that really makes you nervous or that you're afraid to do, before you're about to do it, come up with an anchor thought. What's an anchor thought? Well, an anchor thought is something that's going to anchor you so that you don't escalate any situation into a full-blown panic attack or into a situation where you screw things up. It's a way for you to anchor yourself so you maintain control over what you're thinking and how you behave. If you have a conversation that you need to have with your boss, pick an anchor thought about how you feel after having that conversation. Maybe it's you picking up the phone and calling somebody that you love and saying, oh my gosh, it went so well. Or, you walking out of the meeting and feeling like, yeah, I survived that conversation. I feel pretty good about myself. So now that you have your anchor thought, you're ready to beat the fear. How you're going to hits 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's step one. And the reason why using the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is essential is because that is how you switch the gears in your mind, you awaken your prefrontal cortex, and you trigger your brain that you're now in control of your thoughts. You've interrupted the fear. You've settled your thoughts, and now your brain is ready for that anchor thought. So then what I do after I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is I insert the anchor thought. If fear stops you, this will change your life.
작은 성공이 모여 큰 성공을 이룹니다. 오늘도 이 성공 비밀을 노트에 필사하면서 성공적인 하루를 시작하세요. 한글 5번, 영어 5번입니다. 시작합니다. 나는 삶 속 두려움을 설렘으로 바꿀 힘을 가지고 있습니다.
I have the power to turn fear into excitement.
나는 삶 속 두려움을 설렘으로 바꿀 힘을 가지고 있습니다.
I have the power to turn fear into excitement.
나는 삶 속 두려움을 설렘으로 바꿀 힘을 가지고 있습니다.
I have the power to turn fear into excitement.
나는 삶 속 두려움을 설렘으로 바꿀 힘을 가지고 있습니다.
I have the power to turn fear into excitement.
나는 삶 속 두려움을 설렘으로 바꿀 힘을 가지고 있습니다.
I have the power to turn fear into excitement.
10억의 빚이라는 최악의 상황에서도 제가 성공할 수 있었던 비결은 성공한 사람들의 마인드를 내 것으로 만든 것입니다. 켈리가 했다면 당신도 무조건 하실 수 있습니다. 켈리가 당신에게 이 성공 비밀을 공유하는 것은 성공을 유지하는 비결 중에 하나입니다. 지금 당장 주변 사람들과 이 성공 비밀을 공유하세요. 좋아요, 구독, 알림 설정은 이 모닝콜을 함께 제작하는 20명이 넘는 재능 기부자들과 켈리에게 큰 힘을 줍니다. 사랑합니다.